Welcome guys to another video and episode of United Transfer Talk, and in this 9th episode I've got 4 stories that has caught my eyes during the week, and it's to do with the same and similar position that I've talked about, the left back and also the problematic midfield area that a lot of you guys has expressed your opinions over, where we need an attacking with player with a lot of flair and the eye for the killer pass, or some of you guys think that we need a midfield enforcer who's going to win the ball back and help us to retain possession and also to act as that anchor man we have desperately missed since the departure of Owen Hargreaves. And again, the stories this week has surrounded those areas, and the first one I'm going to talk about is to do with a young left back called Jetro Williams. If you guys haven't heard of him, he is a 18-year-old left back playing for PSV Eindhoven in Holland, and he has played for them for every single match during the Euros 2012. Obviously, for Holland it didn't go very well, the tournament, and from what I've seen of him, and I saw every single match on TV of Williams, he didn't look very impressive to me. I mean, yes, he is obviously very fast and very athletic for a left back, but in terms of his defending ability, sometimes he was very dominated at times, and he looked almost out of his way and didn't look very comfortable playing on that sort of stage. And perhaps you could argue, yes, he is only 18, and to be fair to him, he was pushing to that position in the first place due to the injuries of Erik Pieters, who is the regular left back for Holland. And at times, yes, he demonstrated his skills, but I think that the tournament will be remembered for him as as a bad one rather than a positive and breakthrough tournament. And I think that's a lot of people's initial impression of him, because like I said, he offers a lot in terms of attacking, his pace, he's going to trouble defenders, but in the Premier League he is likely to defend a lot more than he would have the freedom within the Dutch league, and thus has led me to kind of doubt his ability, if you like, in defending, because like I said again, in some matches he just looked a bit confused and puzzled, and didn't know where he was, didn't defend properly, wasn't in the right position at the start. So in that aspect, I really am surprised that we are being linked to Jetro Williams, because like I said, purely on his performances at the Euros, they weren't up to par and up to scratch. And if I was gonna take a decision whether to buy Willems from PSV or promote Zeki Fries or even retaining Fabio, then I would definitely opt for Zeki Fries and Fabio, because they have little yet precious experience within the English game, and so they wouldn't be struggling to adapt to the lifestyle and as well as the speed of the game. And even though Williams, he is a exciting prospect, I really doubt that he would come. And although reports are saying that Martin Ferguson, who is the brother of Sir Alex, had passed some reports to Mike Phelan and saying that he does like the player, and he suggested to Mike Phelan, the assistant coach, to go and check him out in the new season. So it doesn't look like that we are going to make a move for Williams this summer, but it could well happen in the near future. So what do you guys think of Williams? And leave your comment below, guys. The next story I'm going to talk about is to do with a player that was linked with us early in the season, perhaps even around the January transfer window, and because he is Javi Garcia, he plays for Benfica in a Portuguese league, and as you know, we had Benfica in a Champions League this season, and he really performed very well for both matches, and really impressed Alex during those matches with his passing ability as also his commanding presence within midfield. And like I said, a lot of you guys have been saying how you would like a midfield enforcer who is not going to do the flashy stuff, but gonna clear up all the mess and shut out fires of the attacking side. And Garcia, he's a big strong man, you know, Spanish international, and so he does have a lot of pedigree within him. But again, he is 26 years old, so just below our transfer policy, and the price being quoted for Garcia is around 20 millions. I myself wouldn't take that transfer because, like I said, there are a lot more options out there for that kind of money. And Javi Garcia, although he has been very good in his performances, one notable kind of like flaw within his game is that he's not the fastest around. So for that aspect, and due to the pace and, you know, speed of the English Premier League, I would take someone perhaps like Michael Carrick, because Carrick has been playing very well last season, and he has been adapted to playing a more defensive role where he would sit back and, you know, spraying ball left and right. Also the now and again a ball straight down the middle for perhaps Rooney or Welbeck. So Michael Carrick, I think, is very you know, capable of playing that role, and if we're gonna get one, I would rather invest in an attacking midfielder and, you know, adapt Michael Carrick. And when Darren Fletcher comes back, I think Darren Fletcher probably will solve that issue for us within that little, you know, protective role. So what do you guys think of this rumour regarding Javi Garcia? Would you guys take him? And what about the £20 million price tag? Is that, you know, would you guys pay that price, or is that over, you know, inflated? So leave a comment below again, guys. The next story I'm going to talk about is to do with a player who I've covered before, and it's James Rodriguez. As some of you guys may know, James Rodriguez is a 20-year-old winger playing for FC Porto, and a few weeks back I linked to him saying how if we were going to sell Nani, and that's a big if we were going to sell Nani, then Rodriguez would be kind of like his successor, and Select has themed in this way. And, you know, surprisingly, another report has come out this week saying that we are planning a £25 million bid for James Rodriguez, and this has led to further speculation when his agent has come out saying that the situation with him and Porto are very complex right now, because, like I said, the agent is going to fly to Porto, begin some kind of like talks, and to see where James Rodriguez's future lies, whether it's to do with Porto or to do United. Right now he has a 45 million euros release clause within his contract, and that still has 4 years left, so we're not going to get him for the cheap if we are going to move him this summer, because, like I said in a last United talk video, that if we were going to sell Nani, then we probably have the funds to afford James Rodriguez. But like I said, even though Rodriguez is a great prospect for the future, I would still keep Nani, just because Nani is a more proven performer on both the international and also the club level. And Nani, he is a game changer on his own. He has all the qualities to be a top player, and, you know, he has proven that in the past few seasons, being more consistent and bringing that consistency to his game. James Rodriguez, like I said, he's a great talent, has, you know, great reviews from a lot of people within the football industry. But like I said, 25 million would be a lot of money for James Rodriguez, and, you know, you're not going to have the guarantee of perhaps maybe a Luka Modric, who is going to, you know, he really performs in the Premier League, and we all know his qualities. And with James Rodriguez, probably takes him around a few months to get used to, and then after that he probably has to start performing within that price tag. And some people just don't settle within the English game. Look at Diego Forlan. You know, he had a great reputation within South American football, came to England, didn't have the greatest of times, but as soon as he changed back to Spain and to, you know, that South American kind of culture, then he automatically settled down, scoring goals, has become a world-class player once again. And unfortunately, just some people, it doesn't work out within the English game. And James Rodriguez would be a long-term project, just like Nani. And, you know, Nani, he's almost the end product now, and I would rather keep Nani rather than splashing out 25 millions on a new player who is technically unproven around our league. So what do you guys think of James Rodriguez? Leave your comment below, guys. Okay, the last story I'm going to talk about is someone, like I said, I covered a few weeks ago, and it's to do with Luka Modric, and it has emerged today according to Graham Belegay, and I really trust Graham because Graham, he is a Spanish correspondent. He works and has contacts with a lot of, the top Spanish players. He was the first one to broke the David De Gea story last summer, and he is the man to go if you're going to look for any transfer tips and tricks within the game, especially to do with the Spanish or Portuguese game. And it has merged today that it's reported that Luka Modric, as well as PSG, which is Paris Saint-Germain, if you guys didn't know, have both tabled an offer for Luka Modric. However, Graham has revealed that Real Madrid are also interested. Some of you guys may know that Real Madrid earlier this week saying that they're going to offer £55 million for David Silva, but now that has been revealed as a decoy for their pursuit of Modric. And I have to say it, Modric is a quality player, but it depends where Modric wants to go, whether he wants more money or he wants to go to another prestigious club in another country. And again, Real Madrid are the champions of La Liga right now, and that perhaps will draw him. Or would he want to stay within the Premier League game, where he knows he can settle down, he is really accomplished and established himself within the country, so that wouldn't take him any time to settle in at a new club. And I think if he does come to us, he would play a more prominent role within the club straight away, because like I said, in terms of our squad, we're not as strong as Real Madrid. If you take their midfield compared to our midfield, they do have a lot more quality players, and just that's the way it works, guys. If you're gonna spend 250 million euros for the Real Madrid midfield compared to what we spend on our midfield, then you're gonna get that gap of quality. And Luka Modric, I think if we do sign him for 22-25 million pounds, then he would definitely just walk into our midfield. Whereas Real Madrid, they've already got people like Adira, Kaká, Ozil, Xabi Alonso, Las Diarra, Nuri Sahin, so they have a lot of quality. And Luka Modric, I'm not sure about PSG, but they have some players there already, like Javier Pastore, who similarly plays in the role of Luka Modric. And like I said, Luka Modric, he just has to weigh up the difference between what he wants, whether he wants more money to PSG, or he just wants to try a new challenge in Spain, or would he, he likes this brand of football within England, and he's going to go to an established club like ours and get paid more. And it's just up to Luka Modric. I really hope that he comes to us, because like I said, he's a quality player and we really need him. And by watching him in the Euros, I have been really impressed by Luka Modric against Spain. If any of you guys saw that match, he was really dominating the midfield, and Spanish midfield is regarded as the best midfield in the world, with the likes of Javi, Iniesta, Fabregas, etc. And Luka Modric really outplayed and really commanded that area during the Croatia versus Spain match, and he really impressed me that night. And he was also deployed as a second striker, and he really impressed me again. You saw, if you guys saw it, he delivered a really great cross with the outside of his right foot for Ivan Rakitic. And overall, Luka Modric almost was man of the match by himself. Just unlucky that Spain won with virtually the last kick of the game. So Luka Modric, he would be probably cost us 25 plus, pushing the £30 million if Real Madrid are to bid that money. That's been the price that they've been quoting. They will bid for him, but like I said, it just depends on Luka Modric where he sees himself in the next few years, whether he wants to move on to a different country, etc. like that. So what do you guys think of Luka Modric? And leave your comment below, guys. So there you guys have it. That is the 9th episode of United Transfer Talk, and I hope you like the content you've seen in this video. And so please, if you do like it, then rate, comment and subscribe. And thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.